Martin, we're a few days on now from that excellent win against Liverpool. Just how important was it for the team, that performance, more than anything?
Well, the performance was very, very professional. Not so much for the team, because we had a mixture of players, but in the last few weeks the penny, so to speak, has dropped with a lot of the players. So their individual contributions now, and the whole thing linking up to the team performance, is far more stable and far more productive, as the results have shown. That's a result of a lot of work that's gone on within the coaching department and other departments in the club, because the players are starting to mature now as the season has unfolded.
What did it need to flick that switch, perhaps, that you mentioned?
Just we've not had a stable team, which we've had for the last 3 weeks, so it allows players to get used to each other. It allows them to have a better understanding of what each other are doing and working together, which has been very good, particularly in the last 2 performances.
Yeah, was Sunday the best performance of the season, all round?
The second half particularly, yeah. All-round performance, the way that they defended our penalty area and were very, very clinical when they went forward. And one of the biggest pluses was the way they actually managed the game. They limited Liverpool to few chances, really.
And I was going to say, it seemed like a complete team performance as well. Paolo made a few excellent saves, the defence was strong and reliable, and then you produced some good attacking football as well, and of course scored 5 goals.
That's right. I mean, it's great to have Jay playing for 80 minutes. He obviously scored a very good hat-trick, but he needs the ammunition which was supplied by the younger players, so it was a win-win in all respects.
Yeah, you talk about that switching, that flick of the switch that has turned the season around, so to speak. And one player, perhaps, that highlights more than anyone is Josh Sims. After being taken out the side for a couple of weeks, he's come back in since Leicester, and he's really started to kick on. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, he's been terrific. And what we've got to remember is these are very young players. So it's not like the first team where you get a far more consistent level of performance. We have to be very patient. We understand sometimes that there'll be a loss in form, or maybe the understanding's not as good as we need. But we've got to stick with the players. We keep working with them, both on and off the pitch, and eventually the best ones will come through.
Yeah, how impressed have you been with the likes of Alfie Jones, Ollie Cook, who have stepped in defensively? You've had to rely on a number of under-18s defensively, especially this season, and of course Jan Valery made his first start on Sunday as well.
Well, Ollie and Alfie are starting to gel as a pair. What they've both got is a terrific attitude and a very quick learning mentality. We do a lot of work on their defending, and that's come to fruition through probably the last 5 games. They will get stronger and stronger the more games that they play together.
Is it important to remember, for Craig and Bobby's side, just how many have made the step up this season, and actually it can be seen as a success for the under-18s this year?
Certainly it's a success, because we've had players go out on loan, we've had some bad injuries, some long-term injuries, and therefore the whole thing from 16 upwards is stretched. So you've got 16s that are playing in under-18s, and obviously a lot of the under-18 boys have now made their debuts and played quite a few games in the under-21s. So again, we look at that very positively.
And Jay Rodriguez, of course, as you say, played 80 minutes. The fans will want to know, how was he looking?
Terrific. He's a very determined character. He's obviously come through a lot of difficult periods, but he was terrific.
It was a real blow for Ryan Seeger as well, wasn't it? He just started to find his feet on loan at Crewe before he picked up his injury. How's he looking?
Still on crutches at the moment, starting to make progress, but he's another one that looks day to day. Once he gets to out the way, he'll look for tomorrow, etc., etc. So we want him to develop, not to set timelines yet. They just need to do all the rehab work with the excellent medical and sports science staff that we have here.
And that does bring us on to to players going out on loan, and it does seem to have been a real success this year. We've sent more players than usual perhaps from the under-21s out on loan this season, but they all seem to be gaining huge amounts of experience.
Well, we've got to a stage now where the players are, too good to play at under-21 level, and therefore they need to be tested in senior, in men's football. And all of them have done that. I think Mac has not missed a minute. I know he's an influence in the Wickham dressing room. So we're pleased with all the players. We try and keep tabs on them. We always get their clips. We've done several reviews of the players. I've been up to Barnsley to see Izzy. Jordan, Jack, Macca and Sam McQueen have all been in. We've done their reviews with them. So it's important that, there's a link there with the club that they've gone to, and they understand that, we care about them and want to see the progress that they're making.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a battle for Wembley, isn't it? Because Jack and Jordan and Sam, they're all in and around those places. What experience will this give them, this run-in, going forward in their careers?
Well, it's invaluable. A, the number of games that they're playing, and the frequency. So the Football League is tough, to say the least. So when the boys are able to play Tuesday and Saturday, shows they're physically ready for it. They will learn an enormous amount of different styles of football. Some of the teams will be very direct in those leagues, so that's a good experience for them. So they've had a grounding in the under-21s, and now it's a different problem for them to solve. So it all bodes well for the future. Lloyd
Isgrove, what a season it's been for him, really. He's now back in the Wales setup as well. How proud were you to learn of that achievement from him?
I just think it's really good for him. He needs to be tested. He's done well. He's played a lot of minutes for them. I know he's had an influence on the team with his pace and his way he can develop things in the final third. So for him to get a call up to the national team is credit to him.